To the Homemade Podcast of Sports with your host Jay Pops. Guys, we're back. And guys, just to let you know, I was just checking in, just to tell everybody here that, hey, guys, we won a game, and things of that nature. And what does that mean, right? That means this here. Guys, we won the game, and that's it. I really have nothing else to say. I just hope that you guys, continue to subscribe to the podcast, and stuff like that, man. And just, leave all type of reviews, and whatnot in that nature, of course, right? But man, it was a good game. The final score was 38-23. And it's pretty much like, it's really nothing else left to say. It's just a simple fact of that, hey, A&M won the ball game. Howdy out to all of you guys out there. Ben Capatillo, howdy. Like I say, man, hey, thank you for tuning in. But that's it, guys. I just want to hop on here and say, hey, man, we won the ball game. And that's basically it. So, guys, please, if you don't mind, hit that like and subscribe button, and I will get with you guys on tomorrow. All right, get me. What the hell? What? That ain't it. That's not it. Yeah, A&M won the ball game. Damn it. All Aggies stand up. We heard all week about LSU this, LSU that. Hey, I'm picking LSU. Why? Because, well, Brian Kelly is the more experienced guy, etc., etc., etc. What happened? What happened was that A&M, they came out there with Connor. Yes, Connor, people. I told y'all on the last podcast, if Connor come out there bullshit, he was going to get pulled. Did I not tell you that? I said if Connor comes out there and he gets to bullshitting on that field, you're going to bench him this time. I said that. And guess what happened? They benched him. Marcel Reed, please step up. Please step up, Marcel Reed. Thank you. Thank you. Right? Thank you. All in all, that was a good-ass team effort. Way to go, Jay Bateman, making those second-half adjustments. Because he did. He made the second-half adjustment. Way to go, Colin Klein, for doing what you needed to do. I respect Mike Elko for pulling Connor to the side. And he let him get back out there, damn it. Y'all need to hear this. He let Connor get back out there, and he let him go a couple of more drives. Connor, come on, man. Show me what you got. He got out there. He got the bullshit. I will say this here, though, too. That's not all Connor's fault. Number one, Le'Veon Moss fumbled in the game, and that was a swing pass to Le'Veon Moss that could have got a first down on that play, but instead, a fumble happened. That's not on Connor Wiggins. All right? The offensive line falling right in front of Connor's face. That's not on Connor Wiggins. All right? Receivers dropping the goddamn ball and not running their routes. That ain't on Connor Wiggins. That's on the team because everybody was inside their damn heads in the first half because it was LSU. Yeah, don't get me wrong. LSU missed a couple of field goals that ultimately turned the momentum of the game. But not once did I feel like LSU was going to win that goddamn ball game. I came on this podcast on last episode, and I said that A&M was going to win 42-30 freaking 5. We were 4 points away from getting 42 points. The problem is that I didn't think LSU was going to stay with 23 points. Damn it, I didn't think LSU was going to have 17 in the first half and completely shit the bed in the next half. They only got 6. A&M completely dominated the second half better than LSU would have ever dominated the freaking game, period. So y'all can dismiss me on them damn field goals you're talking about. If they would have made the field goal, so what? So what? It's still it's still 4 quarters of football to play. You gotta come out and you gotta play ball. You gotta be ready. Marcel Reed, I appreciate you for standing back there being ready. Shout out to the goddamn offensive line, by the way. We put up, let me go to this stat. Texas A&M put up 46 rushes, in which Marcel Reed was part of that, by the way, for 245 yards with 5 touchdowns. Marcel Reed got 3 touchdowns alone. I'm going to say that once again. Marcel Reed got 3 touchdowns alone. Le'Veon Moss got 2. The difference maker in this game that nobody is talking about is Amari Daniels running that goddamn football for 7.6 yards average. We told y'all a long time ago it was a 3-headed monster at the running back position. What we didn't know was that Marcel Reed was going to be the 3rd guy. That's what we didn't know. I hate that E.J. Smith isn't getting carries like that, but I think E.J. Smith knows something that we don't know. I think E.J. Smith has another year eligibility. I honestly do, and I don't think E.J. Smith is going anywhere. He's going to stay. Moss is coming back. No, to be honest with you, I think Moss is on people's draft board. So I think Moss is going to leave. Amari Daniels is going to stay. And you know who else coming back? Ruben Owens Jr. He has to come back at some point. He's coming back next season. This team is a team that scares the shit out of a lot of people because of the second half adjustments that they make game in and game out. Mike Elko does not leave anything on the field. And if he feel like he got to adjust, he got to adjust. I appreciate Mike Elko for being a man and a coach, for pulling Connor to the side and talking to him face to face and saying, hey, look at me. I can't put you back in there. I'm going to say this once again. Connor, look at me. I can't put you back in there. Yeah, I know you don't like it. I don't like it neither, but I can't put you back in there. Why? Because we can't have a Notre Dame game again. I'm not going to do that to you. I'm not going to do that to the team. And I'm not going to do that to the coaching staff. That's a big decision to make. This is why people are paid top dollars to be a head coach. For those decisions there. They do it for when people don't like it and they have to step up and they have to tell certain people, you can't do this and you can't do that. That is what they get paid to do. He gets paid to win a ball game, don't you get me wrong on that, but he gets paid to make those type of decisions. So shout out to you on that one. Shout out to you. Let's get to the defense, damn it. Let's go to the defense. Who likes defense on the podcast? Can I get somebody to raise their hand, please? Who likes defense on the podcast? Well, guess what? We played some Saturday night. We played a lot of it Saturday night. I've been waiting for Dez Ricks to get his moment so bad. And guess what Dez Ricks done? He got his damn moment. Dez Ricks got his moment. And guess what Dez Ricks did? Didn't give up no passes. I think he had about 5 or 6 pass defenses in this damn game. Probably 3. Let me go to him. Where you at, Dez? Where you at, Dez? Dez Rick. He had about 1 pass defender. I thought he should at least had about a good 2 or 3. He had 1 pass defense, but he was all over that damn field. He was all over the field. I love that. I love that. I love that. Also, let me look at old Weeks. It says that Weeks for whatever reason, it's saying that LSU got 11 sacks in this game. I guarantee you, LSU did not have 11 sacks in this damn game. Or they got weeks having 7 sacks. That's a damn lie. You didn't get that many damn sacks in this game, man. You did not. I think you got about 4, and that was about it. And I know I'm not going crazy on that. But you didn't have no 11 sacks in this game. I don't know what ESPN is on, but it was not 11 sacks, and they got weeks down for 7 of them. Now y'all come on the podcast and tell me, did weeks have 7 sacks in this game? Because it's something that I'm missing. Anywho, it's a lot of guys got half sacks in this game. Nesmar hadn't got sacked since the South Carolina game. But guess what? A&M showed up to the party. And what did A&M do? They got 2 sacks of their own. Also, A&M showed up to the party and they made Nesmar do what he didn't want to do. But guess what? He did it anyway. This is the thing that I said about Nesmar. Number one, he's a damn good quarterback. I'm not going to come on here and act like he's not a good quarterback. He's a damn good quarterback. However, Nesmar, right? His decision making is all over the place at times. And guys, hey man, if you don't mind, I believe, and if I'm looking at it right, it's a money symbol on there, guys. Hey man, hey, if you want to, I'm not going to pressure anybody into doing this, but guys, hey, drop some cash on it if you guys want to. I have no clue where that cash symbol came from, but hey, if you guys want to, just drop some cash on there. Hey, by all means, do so. Right? Thank you for that as well. But Nesmar is very careless with the football. Very, very careless. As of right now, that guy has about, and he came away in this game with 3 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. As of right now, Nesmar has about 21 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. That's being very reckless and careless with the football. He likes to make plays, and he's going to live and die by that. What I believe he may think, or who he may think he is, rather. I believe he believes that he's Jaden Daniels. So he sat behind Jaden Daniels for a long time, and this is ultimately what he's seen Jaden Daniels do. He wants to be that same guy, but better. And trust me, I get it. However, Jaden Daniels at least had a running game to complement the passing game. The problem is this here. A&M made them so one-dimensional to where they took that running game completely out of the ballpark, and I didn't see LSU run the football at all in the second half. I'm going to rewatch that game, of course, right? And I'm going to rewatch it over the week. But LSU couldn't do anything on the ground. They couldn't. And that's mainly because, like I say, A&M made LSU so one-dimensional where it's crazy. They completely took Caden Durham from out of that ball game. They completely took another guy from out of that ball game as well. And like I say, man, we're just looking at some stats here, right? LSU had 22 carries for 35 yards. Josh Williams had 7 carries for 23 yards. Caden Durham, 11 carries for 15 total yards. Let that sink in. Let it sink in. You flip it over, right? A&M passing the football 8 out of 20 for the entire night. 134 yards. Rushing the football 46 for 245, 5 touchdowns. A&M turnover-wise. 1. LSU turnover-wise. 3. They all came from interceptions. At the end of the day, Nesmeyer was 25 out of 50 for 405 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. A&M showed up to the party and done what they had to do in the second half. They done what they had to do. Shout out to the agent persuasion. A lot of people are still doubting us. Yeah, they are. Mainly because it's a little old Texas A&M. They don't deserve to be up here. However, they're going to stay up there. And it is what it is. A&M can only beat themselves offensively. I'm going to say that once again. A&M can only beat themselves offensively. If A&M shows up, it has a bad offensive showing. Which meaning passing nor rushing is doing anything. Then A&M can absolutely get beat. However, if you're going to beat Texas A&M going forward, then you have to beat that defense. You got to beat it. On the road, Texas A&M has scored over 30-plus points on the road so far. So going into this game, right, with South Carolina, in which is a game in which everybody is picking for A&M to lose for whatever reason. As of right now, a lot of people out there are saying that South Carolina will be the team to beat Texas A&M, and then they'll go to Texas, and then they'll get beat again. Little old J. Pops had something to say about that. Little old Texas A&M has something to say about that as well. I understand it's a night game, and the last time we went up there, we lost. And the person that we lost with, both of those guys are no longer here. You know, might I add, Mike Elko wasn't the defense coordinator. Might I add. So, in my mind, I'm going to pick Texas A&M to win that ball game, and we'll get to that in just a little bit here. But for the most part, right, Connor had to come from out of that game. He was 6 of 18. This is what I will say about Connor. Number one, he had a 12.9 QBR rating to end the night. 12.9. That's by far his worst stat since 2022 against Auburn at all. I still think Connor is going to be your starting quarterback going forward, right? And I say your starting quarterback because I'm speaking from another perspective, but Connor Wegman will still be our quarterback as a starter starting next game. And I'm going to tell you why. Number one, the guy can pass the football. Number two, Connor has to get out his damn head. Connor is in his head for whatever reason. And it seems like when the lights are bright, because this shit has happened twice under the lights now. It seems like when a light is bright and spot on him, he loses himself. For whatever reason, I cannot figure out why he does that, but he loses himself. Connor is not an elite quarterback. I'm not going to come over here and tell you that. But Connor still has so much to prove. Connor is still a good quarterback, but I also feel like Marcel Reed's a good quarterback, right? I feel like this year, Marcel Reed still has to be the guy that has to be ready. Because as of right now, the offense is dedicated to whomever wins. It's dedicated to running the football, I will say that. But it's only because it's starting to be like you don't know what Connor is going to show up at times. And I don't like that because we had that same thing happen with Kellen Mond. And Kellen Mond just had to get out of his own head as well. But we did see at times where Kellen Mond was absolutely just confused. And Kellen Mond wasn't good and really good until that 2020 season. But then again, that wasn't his best passing season. Kellen Mond's best passing season was the first year that Jimbo arrived, which was in 2018, right? And he regressed the next following year, but that's because so many injuries that happened. But Kellen Mond was absolutely great in 2020 because he didn't turn the football over. He just didn't. He had like minimal interceptions. The thing with Connor is that Connor has let his interceptions override his touchdown play. And in this game here, Connor did not throw an interception at all. Connor didn't have a turnover, period. It's just Connor was not, he just was not efficient with the football, man. He wasn't accurate. But then again, like I say, all of that is not on Connor Wegman, man. It's not. Something has to give somewhere, but as of right now, Connor will still be the starter for at least the next game. That one I will say. With Marcel Reed just gives you another level of threat with his legs. I don't want Marcel Reed to be the starter to just be used for his legs. Now, see, that's what I don't want. That's why I say Marcel Reed is still developing as a passer. Let him continue to develop. Connor gives you the best chance to continuously move the rest of the season. Marcel Reed just may give you the better chance when things aren't going right. And I don't know if that makes sense to everybody out there, right? He may not fit the first half of the system, and that's totally true. And I've just seen somebody say that. It's a shame, I like Connor, but he may not be, but maybe everyone's right. Me personally, I never buy into what everyone says, because everyone just told you that A&M was going to lose to LSU. And guess what happened? They didn't. They did not. I do believe that when Connor is under pressure, he plays at his best. And I have no clue of why he's like that, but Connor plays at his best under pressure. When Connor is not rattled, Connor just absolutely just, I don't know, man. It's like he sees things that's not there. And I do feel like that's partly Jimbo Fisher's fault, man, because Jimbo gave that guy such a bad offensive line. And it ultimately led him into getting hurt. And I just don't believe that he's used to having a good offensive line. So he knows what it looks like, but then again, right when it's in his face, it's kind of like he don't know what to do with it. We seen him in the Missouri game, and that offensive line gave him all ton of time. It just looked like he was clicking with everybody. But I think at the same time, man, like I say, it's wide receivers has to get open for him. Noah Thomas can't be the only guy. Matter of fact, the wide receivers can't be the only people. The tight ends have to show it. I still don't like what I'm seeing in the tight end play because I know it can be better, right? We have a crap load of tight ends that kind of just aren't getting the football, man, and I hate that. We have Trey Watson. We have the kid from Australia. We have the kid from Sweden. We still got Donovan Green, in who we yet to see yet. And it's just like, man, something has to give. I still feel like Texas A&M is not giving you their best game yet. And I still think we're waiting to see that. Can we see that against South Carolina? I don't know. But are they one of the best second half adjusting teams? Yes. I will say that. And we've come a very, very long way over there. But Texas A&M beats LSU at the end of the day, 38-23. behind the legs of Marcel Reed, but also behind the vision of Marcel Reed and knowing what he could do. You know what I mean? So, hey, it is what it is. All right, cool. So, let's keep on going here, right? So, let's talk about this next game. Texas A&M at South Carolina. This is the game that I'm seeing everybody, you know, like I just said before. This is the game that I'm seeing everybody pick Texas A&M to lose in. And why are they picking Texas A&M to lose? I have no freaking clue. However, I get it. South Carolina defense is a fool, and this is one that I told you because I've seen them play LSU. And truth be told, they were supposed to beat LSU. They were supposed to beat LSU, man. But they couldn't do it because Lenore Sellers had went down. This game here, we all remember when we went up there on that last night game, right? We all remember this. They got us, and they got us because of Jimbo just being so damn stupid and stuck. In that game, man, and don't get me wrong, the game started off quick, and I think before we knew it, probably like 2 minutes into the ball game, that game was like 17-0 or like 14-0. South Carolina. They ran the kickoff return back, and they also got a turnover from us, right? In which, like I say, man, was very, very poor executed by Jimbo, but that wasn't all of Jimbo. That was also DJ Durkin just being a true ass, right? He was being a true ass, and he didn't make the right adjustments. But truth be told, South Carolina barely won that football game. Right? And that was with a bad A&M team, man. But I knew that when A&M lost that game, that season was going to go downhill quickly from there. In which is very, very crazy to me. But everybody else around the country pretty much had felt that way as well. But when A&M lost that football game, I knew something just felt off. Right? I knew something that felt off. So what's going to happen in this? Number one, my predictions right now, as we stand. Number one, my predictions for the South Carolina game. Texas A&M 33, South Carolina 17. And I say that with a little ease because of the simple fact that I've been watching South Carolina. I have. I've been watching those guys. Number one, their quarterback, he's not necessarily a quarterback, but he's good only if you make him good, right? In which meaning that Lenore Sellers is going to pull out a play or two from out of his hat. But at the same time, Lenore Sellers has been sacked like 28 freaking times, man. So if you're telling me that defensive line is better, if you're telling me that offensive line is better than A&M's defensive line, then I'm going to go ahead and make a bold statement and say that you're lying. You're completely lying. I believe A&M has the better defensive line. Regardless of who defensive line it is, I just feel like A&M has the better defensive line play. I feel like in this game in particular, they're going to make Lenore Sellers throw the football quick. The problem and the issue is this here, in which things aren't fixed overnight. The back end of the defense, right? They're going to make some plays in where the ball is going to be thrown like crazy, and somebody's going to be right there to catch it. Now, this could be two things. Either A&M could jump those routes and run those back for pick sixes, or A&M could completely be out of the play when that ball is thrown, right? I'm just saying. Once again, Lenore Sellers will make a couple of plays. However, I'm not going to sit up here and act like South Carolina's offense is just that damn good. I'm not going to do that, right? However, their defense is what scares the shit out of me. I'm going to say this once again, and you guys have been hearing this on all of the podcasts. If Texas A&M gets to 10 points quickly, this game could absolutely turn into a blowout. But if Texas A&M lets South Carolina hang around, in which you going up from out of that first quarter, maybe 7-3, 3-7 South Carolina type of deal, this game is going to be pretty goddamn close. I still don't have you losing the ball game, but this game is going to be pretty damn close. What I'm going to say is when A&M goes up by 10 points, A&M can absolutely blow this thing up. Right? A&M has to go out there and they have to play A&M football. Just like you've been doing. I believe A&M is a running team. This year, A&M is a complete running freaking team. It ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We have some good wide receivers. I feel like our wide receivers are very freaking inconsistent. They've been inconsistent for the last couple of years now. That isn't nothing new. If anybody's coming on this podcast saying, oh, well, no, they're inconsistent. No, man, they've been inconsistent for like 2 years now. Probably 3. Damn that. Ever since Jimbo been with the program, these wide receivers have been very fucking inconsistent. Excuse my language. But they have. They've been very fucking inconsistent. So until we find some consistency, like we had with Kevin Sumlin, so far as wide receivers are concerned, we're going to run the goddamn football. And that's just what it is, man. We're going to run the goddamn football. I remember at one point we had one of the best wide receiver units in the damn country, and we completely wasted those guys. Completely wasted it. This year, we have some good wide receivers. None of those guys are elite. None. And a lot of people may feel like I'm talking crap about it, but no, I'm not. These are the real cold hard facts. Our wide receivers are not elite. Noah Thomas is very good. He's on the borderline of being elite. He's had to work on a couple of more things. However, if it's body to body, Noah Thomas will beat you at any given damn day. I'm taking Noah Thomas any day of the week. He will beat you if it's body to body. If Noah Thomas is wide open, he's going to catch the damn football. He's going to beat you. Once again, I feel like A&M is going to run the football in this game. They're going to be who they are. And they're going to keep on going. They're going to keep on going. If A&M can run this football, then they'll be pretty goddamn good. If A&M can't run the football, we may end up losing this game. I'm not going to sit on here and sugarcoat it. We may end up losing this game if they can't run the damn football, because that's who they are. A&M is a running team. I've been waiting to say this, and now I can finally say it because I feel comfortable saying it, and I feel like a lot of you guys would agree. A&M is showing you, and I'm going to clear my throat on this. A&M is showing you, Mike Elko is showing you, rather, that he's taking on the identity of R.C. Slocum. R.C. Slocum is a legend here. Jackie Sherrill was also a legend. R.C. Slocum is one of the biggest legends, and his name will forever live on here. R.C. Slocum, right, done exactly what Mike Elko is doing right now. He took something and made it into gold. What we're seeing right now is Mike Elko and Colin Klein taking Connor Wegman's inconsistency and turning it into
something to where it's explained out in cold hard context of, hey, you're very inconsistent this season. So guess what? We're going to run the football. We're going to run the football. And Mike Elko is playing bully ball. He's playing bully ball, right? And he's going to do what he has to do. And that's what everybody around College Station is loving right now. They're loving the simple fact that Mike Elko isn't just sitting there and saying, no, well, since we're not good here, man, we're just going to stay doing it. No, he learned a lot from that Notre Dame game. I'm going to say this once. Mike Elko learned a lot from that Notre Dame game. He learned that if we aren't having good quarterback play, then guess what? I'm not going to leave you out there, Connor. I'm going to give you a chance, but I'm not going to leave you out there because I'm not going to damage you. I'm not going to damage the team. I'm not going to damage myself as a head coach. I'm not going to damage that staff that I got behind me that's working their asses off. So, what happened? Mike Elko saying, well, we'll just run the football. Understand that it wasn't designed to run the football, man. And I'm being dead honest with you guys. Coming into this season, Mike Elko and Colin Klein absolutely thought that they could pass the football around. You know, I'm in dead ass serious with you, man. They feel like they can pass the football around. Connor is good. And we got us a goddamn team. Things don't work out that way. We still have like 4 games left. Who knows what Connor is going to do? Connor could absolutely come out here and Connor could absolutely throw 275 these last 4 damn games. I'm talking about absolutely. And we see Marcel Reed in the second half just because. Right? What Texas A&M is doing, though, is being one of the first Texas A&M teams in history to go in there and make countless second half adjustments and come out there and just completely beat their asses. Beat their asses, man. They absolutely controlled that LSU game where after halftime they went up 31-6. And yeah, true enough, LSU wasn't ready for it because they wasn't ready for Marcel Reed. Everybody was mad about what the coach said for LSU. I honestly agree with that guy. They weren't ready. They didn't know Marcel Reed was going to come into this damn game. And I think their intentions was that, oh, they're going to leave Connor out here to finish this ball game. No, it doesn't work like that. Because number one, the top spot for the SEC was on the line. We weren't going to let that fade through our hands like we did years and years ago. This is our first goddamn time being 5-0 in this damn conference. And we respect that grind a lot. They respect it. Man, they grinded to get here. They grinded. This is day and night practice, situational football, all of the above, man. They work their asses off. So they weren't going to let that game slip away like that. However, going forward, they're going to talk about some things over this week in practice. They're going to let Connor know. They're going to let Connor know, hey, we're going to give you a shot at this thing because the reality of it is this here. Connor hasn't lost his spot yet. He has not. He has to really show those guys in practice that he can't do a damn thing. But Connor's showing up to the party, right? And we've seen that game where he done Missouri bad. We seen last game where it was 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. And I think this is what a lot of people want to point to against Mississippi State. Oh, he wasn't that good against Mississippi State. True, but they still scored 38 damn points. And then they come home and they scored 38 points again. Do you guys not know that these are 3 back-to-back games in where they scored 40 against Missouri, 38 against Mississippi State, and then, 34 against Mississippi State, and then 38 against LSU, in which was a number 8 opponent again. It's something about when these teams are in the top 10 A&M is going to beat your ass, man. A&M is going to try to hang 40 to 50 points on your ass. You know, just to show that, hey, I'm here. You know? So, just to throw this out there, because I see a lot of you guys in the comments. The score has been against LSU for the past 2 games at Kyle Field, 38-23. That's what it's been. I've never ever seen that before in my life. I'm pretty sure you guys have never ever seen that before. The college football world has never ever seen that before. But Texas A&M is out with something to prove, just like any other team in the SEC. The difference with Texas A&M is that they've never been in this spot before. We've never gotten this close. And when I say never, we've never gotten this close to where we're undefeated. We're undefeated in the conference, literally right now, man. So A&M has every bit of everything to prove because they want it. The thing is that they can see it. It's this is the SEC. This is the SEC championship. They want it. They absolutely freaking want it, man. They want it. And it was something that Jimbo couldn't give them. Jimbo gave them the talent. I think a lot of people do need to thank Jimbo for going out and finding talent, though, man. He's one of the best at doing that shit. He just couldn't find the wins. He couldn't find it. He couldn't find the wins, and he couldn't find the coordinators. But credit to Trev Alberts. Credit to, and this was a dirty goddamn move that he done any goddamn ways. But credit to the AD that left and went to Ohio State, in which I can't think of his damn name for whatever reason. But he went out and he got Mike Elko. I'll give him that. But at the same time, his ass did try to hire Mark Stoops, in which I'm going to tell you right now, with Mark Stoops, we wouldn't be nowhere near 5-0 in the SEC right now. And there's nobody that can come on this podcast and change my damn mind about that. We would not be 5-0. We would be 0-5, but we wouldn't be 5-0. And with the talent that we got, that shit would have made no sense at all, man. None at all. Right? But credit to him for saying, okay, they don't want him. I'm going to get Mike Elko. He went and he got him. Credit to Mike Elko for saying, hey, I accept. He accepted it, and we went along our way. As of right now, we are pretty damn good with Mike Elko and what he's doing with his Texas A&M team. Credit to what he said after the postgame. This is a real program, right? This is a real program. There ain't no politician running this show. And the reason to why he said that is because of the simple fact of that with Texas A&M, and I'm telling you guys this because this is what I know. With Texas and Texas A&M, the talk around the town for years has been the boosters run the program. Let me make this clear, and I've said this too, in which the boosters did get in the way at Texas. The boosters got in our way over here too at some point a long time ago, but they never got in the way like how they got in the way in Texas. The boosters give the money. The fan base adds to that. The AD makes the hire. The reason to why we're being so successful right now is because Texas A&M is being true to who they are so far as hiring a head coach. In order to win at this program, you have to have that defensive mindset. This is not a flashy place to come and play at. This is not a flashy place to come and coach at. However, we will forever give you the resources for you to go out and get what you need. We're not built for flashiness, man. We built this off integrity and pride. And we honor that. We honor that. It was a reason to why R.C. Slocum done his thing here. He built a blue collar program. What you're seeing right now is Texas A&M be a blue collar program once again. They're just playing very smart football. And we're going to continue to see that. We're going to continue to see that. So, guys, I've been rambling on for about 45 minutes here. I'm going to go ahead and log on out, right? But I thank all of you guys for tuning in. Please make sure you subscribe to the show if you haven't already. And, guys, like I say, man, hey, start using that money button. This is my first ever time seeing that up there. But start using that money button up there, okay? So, I love all of you. Just continue to watch the season, just like I am. And we're going to see where this roller coaster goes. But my prediction for the South Carolina game, once again, Texas A&M 31, South Carolina 17. Okay? I still feel like it's going to be a pretty good damn ball game, but I just feel like Texas A&M comes out of there with that victory. Okay? So, I love all of you guys. And once again, Giga Max.